Hey guys, and welcome to my channel Crown of Glory. Here is Davina, and today I'm going to show you guys what I believe every braider needs in their life. Like whether you're a new braider, you're a beginner, this video will be really great for you. Or even if you're an experienced braider, you still might want to see some of these things. Maybe you haven't seen one of the things that I'm going to show you. One of them is like just awesome, like you definitely need it. I just got put on to like the newer version of this product that I'm going to show you. I'm also going to be doing an unboxing today for you as well, so stay tuned. Okay, you guys, the first item that I believe every braider, so this one isn't just for hairstylists in general, it's for the braiders, because that's one of the first things that I did. It is actually the first thing that I learned to do, and that's what I do the most is braids. I don't just consider myself a braider, I consider myself a hairstylist because I do other things in addition to braids. But this is braiders edition, what I think all of us braiders should use or should have. So here it is. So the first one is this right here. This is, it looks like a watch, but it isn't. It's actually, I think you could actually slap it on. I didn't even know that I could do that, but yeah. And what it is used for, it is actually really used to hold like bobby pins. It's actually magnetic. So look, you can see that it's going to the comb and you can hear that. So it's actually used for stuff like that. So you could put your bobby pins and stuff on this bracelet as well. But I've been using it actually to hold my hair gel. So instead of having a whole bunch of gel on your hands that might slip off or just make your hands super oily, I'm not having all that stuff in my hands. I'm constantly touching my clients' hair, but they don't have to worry about something that's going inside their hair that was on my body because of COVID. This is more sanitary than using your hands basically, and then also it's more convenient with having it right here. It doesn't slip off your hand. I've had times where I had gel on my hands in the past when I was using that method, and sometimes it just fell off if I didn't have it on right or if I had too much on my hand. And then with using a gel container, just keep on digging out of the gel container. I noticed that it's more time consuming, so I decided to invest in this bracelet. It's very inexpensive anyway. I think I got it for like $7. I don't know, maybe you could get it cheaper. I'll leave some links for this bracelet wherever I can find links. I will leave it in the description box, and I think it's good too because it's the perfect size. Now I do think they could alter it a little bit to make it even better, but it's really good and really convenient to have this to hold your gel, and it's saving me time. Some of these things I'm showing you, it's actually been helping me save more time when it comes to braiding. I've been doing pretty good when it comes to braiding. As far as time, I'm not the fastest braider, but I've been doing a lot better than I used to over the years. But since I've been using this, having the gel up here, I only have to fill it up about 2 times once I have it on my hand. And then using other item that I'm going to show you, both of those have really saved me time in braiding. I really love this because, like I said, I don't have to keep on going back and forth to the gel container, and it doesn't slip off like all the gel on the hand, and it's more sanitary than the gel. Okay, so the next item that I'm going to show you guys is like something very common. Actually, the next 2 or 3 items are going to be very common. I'm just going to show you these ones next. So the next one is a comb, but it's not just any comb, you guys. I'm a firm believer in the Pentel Comb, or well, it's really a Pentel Comb. I've been calling it red tail comb my whole life, but the other ones are actually the red tail combs because it's thicker at the tail. But this is considered a P-I-N, a Pentel Comb, and it's very slim, very thin, and it has a point at the end, and then it has fine teeth. So I really love this comb because it's so much easier to part out the hair, in my opinion. Like, you get crispy parts. I'm actually gonna leave some photos up here so you guys can see like some of my work, like how my parts are so nice and crisp. I always get compliments on my parts and how neat my braids are. If somebody gives me compliments on my work, it's more than likely gonna be for my parts. I overall do a good job, but my parts really stand out, so I give those props out to this comb. Aside from God, this comb, oh my God, it's the best. Like, I love using this comb. It just gets It just gives me really good parts, looks so nice. And then I like to use this part sometimes to part a little bit too, and to smooth out the gel. You don't want to use this comb when your hair is not detangled. So once the hair is thoroughly detangled, and you want to smooth the gel throughout the hair, this is really good to comb out too. So I just love the this type of comb. Okay, so the next essentials that I'm going to show you that I think every braider should have, I'm going to show you two at one time because they go hand in hand with one another. They're basically, well, not the same thing, but they do the same thing. So it is these two right here, a razor comb. This is a disposable razor comb. So once it's like done with, like once it's no longer sharp, you could throw it in the garbage, or you can open it up. I'm not going to show you, it's going to take so long, but where you see open, you open it up and you can take out the braid, and it has hair in it. Sorry, I just use it for braids and like crochet, like any type of synthetic hair. I use this. So you open it up and then add some new razors in it, and then also a nice pair of shears. It doesn't have to be a high grade of shears or expensive, just like a regular pair of shears. You could get a pair from like the beauty supply store. I now use a separate pair for synthetic hair, like braiding hair and crochet and stuff, and I use another pair for natural hair. So like when I'm doing somebody's real hair, like doing a silk press and trim, or just a trim or cut, I'll use another pair of shears, just so you know I'm making sure I'm using dull shears on the client's hair, because that's not good. It could leave split ends if the scissors or shears are not sharp enough. When you do your braids, you want to make sure your braids are nice and crisp. Not just the parts, but you want to make sure the braids are nice and neat. You want to make sure it doesn't have a whole bunch of flyaway hairs now. Be careful not to cut the client's real hair. This is really good. It's good to use scissors because you could go throughout the braids to cut off any flyaway hairs, like I was saying. And then I love to use the razor comb for the ends. So after I'm done with the braids, whether it's individual braids or it's like feeding braids, whatever type of braids I'm doing that has to do with adding hair to it, and I see that the ends need a trim, which they more than likely will. Even if I braid it all the way down to the ends to where the client wants, I still take off like the very ends if I can. Like that's just how I am when it comes to my clients. So after I'm done, I'll go get the hair and just razor comb it, and making sure I'm not doing it too hard, because if you could do it too hard, it will cut in half, like cut the hair where you have it, and then it'll make a really blunt line, and you don't want that. So this is the whole purpose of using a razor comb. It gives you the feathered look, and it gives you the layered look, and it's really good for when you do quick weaves too, and you're doing like a bob. You don't want to do it too blunt. It's really good to use this, or to add layers throughout the hair when you do a quick weave or even a sew-in. But when you do braids, it's good because it doesn't give you that harsh line, and it helps the hair to not unravel. Sometimes if you use a pair of scissors after you do a set of braids and you cut it, it might be too blunt, and then it will start to unravel, and then the blunt look isn't really too good. You want your braids to look very natural at the ends and very feathered. Some people go for the blunt look depending on what style they get. Like if you get the bob braids, or somebody might want like some chunkier box braids that's like down to past their waist and want like the blunt ends. Sometimes that looks nice, but for the most part, when you just do a regular pair of box braids or knotless braids, you want it to be more flowy and lightweight at the end. So it's good to use a razor comb instead of using scissors, because you get the feathered look. Now if I run out of razor combs, I can use my scissors, but instead of going straight across or straight down like that, I could show you on one of these braids. I will go down like this, and it will lightly take off hair, and hopefully you guys could see like some of that hair is coming off. It will lightly take off some of that hair without taking all of it out, all of the hair off, and making the hair like blunt and stuff. So those are two things that you need to have. So if you're a beginner, please pay attention to that step. It's really good to have this, so you could have nice ends, okay? And have this as well. So the next item I would say every braider needs, and this is another duo. So this is gel and mousse. So you could get whatever gel mousse you like that works good for you. I used to use edge control in the past, but you have to keep on buying that little thing over and over again. I do still use it sometimes for like feed-in braids, like if I'm doing chunky feed-in braids. I got that. Well, actually, I was doing that before I found her, but I know Love Hard, Grind Harder on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's a pretty well-known braider. I love her work. She does like the best feed-in braids, the best chunky feed-in braids, so nice and neat. I would consider perfect. She uses edge control too. Well, at least she did some years ago. But I've been following her for years, so I don't know if she still uses that edge control. But yeah, I've been using that same edge control too, but I decided to go back to my Shining Gem over the last like 2 or 3 years. I've been using my Shining Gem again, so this is the gel that I like, and I always get the salon size because I do a lot of braids, and I'll run out quicker if I get the smaller sizes. So if you're a person that's a braider and you do a lot of braids, you're not doing the braids here and there like, oh, twice a month. You're not just only doing it as a side hustle, even if you are, but if you're doing a lot, it's good to get this size because you save a few dollars and you don't have to keep on running back and forth to the beauty supply store to buy gel. And this is the brand that I like, the kind that I like. I like the Shining Gem. I still have to try the Magic Fingers version. I've been following Stasha from Magic Fingers on Instagram for a while now, so I do need to try out hers, but I'm still using the original kind, and it works really good. It works good on anybody's hair. I've used it on like 2C hair up to 4C hair. So from a wavy type of hair texture to the kinkiest hair texture, I've used this and it works on everybody. Some people hair is a little bit resistant and I might have to put a little bit more on or add something on top, but for the most part this works really good. They do have another one. The green one is the edge control one, so if this one isn't strong enough for some of your clients, you can also use the green one and that should work good. And then of course a good mousse. Now I normally don't use this mousse. I use this mousse because I just saw it at the beauty supply store. I normally go for the Vigorol one. That's my favorite, Vigorol, and the Got to Be mousse, the Fatastic mousse by Got to Be. I like that one too. Those are my two favorite mousse to use for braiding hair, and I also like the Got to Be one for weaves too, because I like to use mousse on hair. Like, so if I get like some wavy curly hair, like actually I had some Airman's 21 wavy curly hair, deep wave, I use mousse on that too, so it works really good. But basically, I'm always rambling. It's good to have a mousse that you really like, and I like to use mousse on the ends of the hair, and I also use it at the roots. So after I'm done, all my clients, after they get a set of braids, I'll add the mousse on top of their hair to tame flyaways, and it just gives a crispier look, to be honest. I admit that I haven't been doing this step since the beginning of my braiding career, even though I don't just call myself a braider. But I noticed that once I did start using mousse, the hair does come out a little bit more crisp if you use it the right way, and it will last longer as well. And of course you want to use this on the ends of the braids as well. Okay, the next things you're gonna need are these right here. You're going to need some rubber bands, some scrunchies, and some clips. It's good to have clips. It'll help to keep the hair away, especially if your clients have thick hair. Most people have thick hair. You want to have clips and bands to get the hair out the way so that you can move in a speedy way and that the parts come out nice and crisp. You don't have hair right here, hair right there, and then the parts are like crooked. You just need it, period, for hair, period. You need these. Okay, so the next item that I have is this right here. And as you see, it looks like a thread rack or a braid rack, right? But look, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm going to add another clip of this rack. I'm going to try to add some little clips in here, but it actually spins around. And I actually bought two of these. I actually need to get a stand for it because it sits too low on the ground. So I've been putting it on a chair that I have, but I am going to get a stand especially for this. So yeah, it's really good and convenient because first of all, it holds a lot of hair. I think this one holds 120. It has 120 spools, and I have two of them, and it actually has some holes at the top that you can use. I haven't done that, but what I do is I stack both on top of each other like this, and then it sits perfectly. Since I've been using it, it hasn't falling on the ground or floor or anything like that, and I'll just spin it around together. So once I complete one section of the rack, so say this all has hair and I've completed one whole section of this, like all of this is gone, I could spin it around to the next and use all of this spin it around to the next, and use all of it. And also, you don't have to spin both of them at the same time. You can spin the top one at once. So spin the top, it spins by itself if you want, and then you can also just spin the bottom if you have like a certain like color, like one type of color up here and another down here or something like that. You can spin the bottom by itself without the top moving. So yeah, it's really cool. I really love this. I would recommend that anybody gets this. I know they have, let me put this down. I know that they have the other thing, like they have the regular one. I had one that was just the regular one, but I would keep on running out of here and keep on adding here, so it was still taking me a good amount of time to do the braids. And then I know they have the hand that sits out like this or something like that, that you could have the hair in. And I know they have the big stand, but that big stand is so expensive. The other rack that's made especially for braids, but this one is the best to me because it's not as much money as like the braiding rack, like the one that's made especially for braids. That one's like $100 and something, and it holds a good amount of hair. And the hair in this, it doesn't sit too close to one another, so it has a good amount of space. So that's what you want when you look for a rack. You want to make sure that the hair, each hair strand of hair isn't too close to each other, so that the hair doesn't tangle up together. So yeah, it does that. And then I love that it spins around like for me, so I don't have to walk to the rack and go to one side, go to another side. Once I'm done with one section, I can just spin it around and use it. So since I'm not moving around too much, that saves time. So yeah, I really love this. You definitely need to invest in that if you're a braider, if you're doing a lot of individual braids. Like if you do like some cornrows, you could get away with just using the regular rack or just using empty space. But if you're going to be doing individual braids, you definitely want that rack because yeah, it's going to save you some time, and it's just so convenient. And it's like a third of the price of that rack, the braided rack. I believe that these were like $30 a piece, and I'm going to try to leave some links down below. I'm going to be leaving some affiliate links. I never mentioned that. I do leave affiliate links in my description. It will help me to run my channel, to get better gear and stuff like that. If you guys buy from those links, I only get a percentage of that if it is an affiliate link. Sometimes I'll leave links and it's not an affiliate link, it's just a link to a regular store. Sometimes they are affiliate because I'm recommending products to you guys that I believe in, that I like, and it can help in the long term. That's the way that you can help support me. Next item that I'm going to show you guys are these. So these are rubber bands. This is like obvious, but it's good to have these, and I like to get this size. I got it for $2.99, so $3. That's really good for 1,000 rubber bands. And I like getting this size because, like the gel, you don't want to have to keep on going back and forth to the store to keep on buying stuff. So I buy this because I do a lot of braids. So sometimes kids come and then I need to add rubber bands to the ends of their hair if they have a looser hair texture, or if they get braids. Or then if I do men's braids, they like for their braids to have the rubber bands at the end. So I had got it for that purpose, and I used to get the regular like $1.99 pack, or it's at $1 or $1.99, the small pack that has like 200 in it. But once I came across these, I decided to get these because it's way more convenient. And then once I run out, I could just fill it up with more, or I could just get the same size again. So I really love this size rubber bands. And yeah, you're gonna need rubber bands, especially if you're like a kid stylist, like you do kids hairstyles like ponytails, and then you do braids and beads. You're going to need these rubber bands. Okay, so the next thing that I believe every braider needs as well is this. So this is thread, and you would say, hey, well, that's what you use for weave, that's what you use for sewings. But the reason why I'm recommending that you get some thread for your braider is because if you do an updo, you need something to put up the hair. So I know you can use bobby pins, but thread is way more sturdy than bobby pins, and it doesn't hurt the clients, and it can be more seamless if you do it the right way. I might do a tutorial on how to thread an updo, like a braided updo, because if you do it a certain way, you can hide the thread. I had learned this trick from a person that I used to work for, and it's a method that you can do to hide the thread if you thread the hair the right way. So when you do braids, thread is good for if you do feed-in braids and you need to close up a gap and you want to have the braids nice and neat and you want to have it close together. You can use the thread to make the braids closer together. And then of course, if you do an updo style, you can use the thread to keep it in place, and it looks seamless when you use this. So this is another one that's really convenient. This thread is just like nylon thread. I know people use nylon. They use like silk. I think silk might be too slippery, but I like the nylon. I've been using this kind since like 2015. Before that, I was just using the regular thread, but this one is way better. It doesn't separate like the cotton thread does, and it's just better quality. So yeah, I would invest in some decent quality thread. Okay guys, so that's everything that I believe that you should have as a braider. If I forgot anything, oh, I did forget one thing, a kettle. You definitely, my kettle was over there, but you guys have seen my kettle in the past. You definitely need a kettle as a braider. It's so convenient. Like if you're going traveling to your clients' houses, instead of asking, oh, can we boil some water on the stove, or can we boil some water in the microwave, pop out that kettle, fill it up with water and plug it in, boom, you good. Then if you're in the hair salon, you don't want to have to keep on pouring water in the microwave too, or you might not even have a microwave. Have a kettle. I use a kettle in the salon. I used a kettle when I was traveling, and it's just so convenient. The time is already monitored. It doesn't take as long as the microwave or the stove, so it does boil the water, so it knows how hot it needs to be for it to be hot enough, you know. So it stops once it's hot enough, and it only takes about 3 minutes. So way faster than the stove, and even faster than the microwave as well. If I miss anything else, y'all can leave it in the comments down below to help other braiders. It's really cool for other people to connect with people, so I don't mind that. And now I'm about to do my unboxing, show you guys some of the things that I needed to get. So yeah, I really needed some braiding hair, and I'm pulling the box. I really needed some braiding hair. Like, I've been going back and forth to the beauty supply store like 3 times a week, keep on getting braiding hair for clients. So I decided to invest in like getting some hair online. I'm trying to learn how to buy hair wholesale. So far, the place I found for like wholesale braiding hair, it has a huge shipping fee. So I'm like, what's the point of buying the hair wholesale if I gotta pay this fee? It's gonna be even more than it is to go to the beauty supply store. But I found some hair that's a little bit cheaper than the beauty supply store, and I didn't have to pay shipping. So this comes in clutch. Like, I'm saving a little bit of money. First of all, I'm saving a little bit of money on the hair. Then I'm saving money from gas, from not having to constantly go into the beauty supply store, because I only go to a certain beauty supply store. I don't go to just any beauty supply store. And then it's just way more convenient. I have so much hair. I don't even know how many packs of hair that I have, but I'm just going to show you guys some of the hair. So I have some number 27. This is 24 inches, so it's a good length. So I decided to just get all of them in this length, because if I do like regular mid-back length, this is a good length. It'll be a little bit longer, but I can always razor comb it. And then if somebody wants waist length, this should be just about the right length. And then if they want it longer, like butt length or longer, I could just extend it. So I got some number two. So number 2 is a dark brown. So yeah, it's cool to have that. I have, of course, the classic 1B, because you cannot live without 1B if you do braids. That is the most common braid color to get. Most people just get 1B. So yeah, 1B, I have this. And I'm going to tell you guys how many packs I have once I'm done showing you everything that I have. I have OT Bird, which is ombre burgundy. So it starts off with the black, or number 1B, which is off black, and then to the burgundy. I like this OT because if you get the 2T, it's like mixed, like, so the ombre at the top is like mixed in, and then it goes into the color, rather than it just being one solid dark color and then going to the other color. So I really like this because I don't like the mixed color at the top when I do ombre. So this is really cool. And by the way, The hair that I'm using is 2X Made Beauty Africana pre-stretch braid hair. Okay, y'all, so my video ended up stopping yesterday when I was recording without me even knowing that I was stopping when I was talking. So this is all the hair. I do have some other hair at the bottom of this tote, but all the hair like halfway up is all the hair that I ordered. So I think I stopped at the ombre hair. So I have the ombre burgundy, the burgundy ombre. I have number 2, I have 1B, I have 27, I have number 4, I have number 1 somewhere in here, I have 613, one color that, and then I have 30, and I have ombre 30. So I got all the like colors that people mainly get the most, so that's what I got. I did forget to get some number 33. That's a color that I do like to get. I like it because it complements my eyes. So I should have got some 33 too. I forgot all about that, but I could always run to the beauty supply store to get some number 33 because people don't get number 33 too often. But right now I've been loving the mixed brown colors. I love that color too for me. Well, that duo or that trio, whatever you want to call it. I love that mixture of colors for me too because it looks really good on my skin tone. All I do is, since I have really dark hair, is use a lighter brown eyebrow pencil, and then I conceal my under eyes because sometimes my under eyes do get really dark. Low iron, and then, you know, just being a busy woman, tiredness can make your eyes darker, your under eyes darker. So I do try to conceal my under eyes too, and it looks so beautiful on me. So I've been loving the browns. That's all the hair that I got. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of hair, as you guys can see. Sorry about that, I didn't get to get a good clip, but like I said, it cut off on me, so I'm just gonna do this real fast. But you see, all of that is the hair all down in here. So I got a ton of hair. Let me see if I can find the receipt for you guys. Okay, so here's the receipt. I was talking about this in the video, but it didn't record, like I said. So the total of all this hair ended up coming out to $154.02. The total ended up coming up to $154.02. Each hair was $2.99 each. So yeah, I got 10 packs of the 1B, 6 packs of number 2, 6 packs of number 1, 7 packs of number 4, 2 of the 613. I could have got more of the 613, but people don't normally get like a full set of box braids for 613. They normally just get like a few strands of the 613, or just like, you know, highlights of it. I got 4 packs of number 27, 6 packs of number 30, 2 packs of the ombre burgundy, which is OT Berg, 5 packs of the ombre number 30, which is OT 30. I can't remember what the name of this online beauty supply store is. I didn't pay any tax or any shipping, so that's amazing. Like I was saying in the video, I was trying to do the wholesale thing to get hair, to make more profit from having the hair available to my clients. But the shipping was so expensive, $200. So I'm still learning about doing the hair wholesale. Yeah, guys, so it's the end of the day, the next day. But yeah, I'll leave the website of the online beauty supply store in the description box so you guys can check it out if you want to. So if you buy over $100 worth of hair, then you get free shipping, and it's so great that they don't charge you tax. I forgot that I had this around my face. I'm about to leave out the door, so yeah, I keep my mask on all day long when I'm in the shop, you know, for safety precautions and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope it was informative to you. Hopefully you stick around to the end. If you did, leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.